Italy 1, France 1. Italy wins on penalties 5-3. Berlin, Zidane's last match of his career. It was meant to be a poetic farewell, and it was, but in the most unexpected way possible. 7 minutes into the game, penalty for France. Zidane steps up to take it and chips the ball. A Panenka in a World Cup final, which hits the crossbar and goes in. A Panenka penalty, an elegant way to embarrass the goalkeeper. Italy responds with a header from Materazzi. The game drags on. It goes into extra time, and with 10 minutes to go, the scene no one expected happens. Zidane and Materazzi exchange a few words on the field. Suddenly, Zidane turns and headbutts the Italian in the chest. Straight red card. His last scene on the field. His back walking towards the locker room, passing by the trophy he would never lift again. Italy kept their cool in the penalty shootout. Trezeguet missed his. Grosso scored the decisive one. Why did Italy win in 2006? Because they kept their composure when their opponent lost theirs. Finals are won more through emotional control than talent sometimes. West Germany 3, Hungary 2. Bern, known as the Miracle of Bern, and look, the name fits perfectly. Hungary in 1954 was the best team in the world. Puskás, Kocsis, a goal-scoring machine undefeated for 4 years. 4 years without losing. In the group stage of that World Cup, they had already beaten Germany 8-3. The final began, and within 8 minutes, Hungary was already 2-0 up. It was supposed to be a massacre, but then it started raining heavily in Bern, and then a technical detail changed the story. Germany was wearing new boots with removable studs, made by a small company called Adidas. They changed the studs for the rain. The Hungarians didn't. Germany drew, and in the final minutes, Helmut Rahn made it 3-2. Why did Germany win in 1954? Because of a very rare combination: rain, the right boots, and the courage to turn around a game that seemed lost. It was the first comeback from 0-2 in a final, and it remains the only one to this day. For Germany, it was more than just a title. It symbolized the country's post-war reconstruction. Italy 3, West Germany 1. Madrid. This final features one of the most beautiful stories of redemption in sports. Paolo Rossi had been suspended for 2 years because of a match-fixing scandal in Italy. He returned just before the World Cup, out of rhythm, lacking confidence. His first few games were terrible. The Italian press wanted him out. Then he woke up, a hat-trick against Brazil, with Socrates, Zico and Falcao, eliminating what many consider the best Brazilian team never to win a World Cup. 2 goals in the semi-final against Poland, and in the final, he opened the scoring against Germany. Tardelli scored the second and ran to the corner of the field shouting, his face almost crying. That shout became an eternal image of Italian football. Why did Italy win in 1982? Because a player with little credit became the player of the World Cup. That's how finals are. Sometimes they reward the worst performers who reached their peak at the right time. Spain 1, Netherlands 0. Extra time, Johannesburg. 14 yellow cards, 1 red. The most kick-filled final in World Cup history. Spain was coming off the peak of tiki-taka, that system of passing the ball around until the opponent gets tired. They were the favourites. The Netherlands decided that if they couldn't play football against Spain, they'd resort to dirty tricks. De Jong's kick to Xabi Alonso's chest became famous for its brazenness. The game stalled. It went into extra time, and in the 116th minute, with a minute and a half left, Andres Iniesta appeared in the box, finished into the corner, goal. Iniesta took off his shirt and revealed a message in tribute to a friend who had died the previous year. He cried right there on the field. Why did Spain win in 2010? Because they were patient. They waited the full 116 minutes without panicking, without retaliating against the opponent's violence, and converted the only clear chance they had. First Spanish title, and the last one, so far. Going back 8 years in time, Brazil 2002, West Germany 2, Netherlands 1. Munich. Here lies one of football's greatest romantic sorrows. The Netherlands of '74 was an enchanting team. Johan Cruyff, Neeskens, the total football invented by coach Rinus Michels, a system where any player could play in any position. It was the football of the future, and they started the final by scoring before Germany even touched the ball. Seriously. The ball rolled in the packed Munich Olympic Stadium. The Netherlands made 13 touches without letting their opponents breathe. Cruyff invaded the area in a move from midfield to the penalty area that seemed rehearsed and was brought down. Penalty. Neeskens converted. The Germans hadn't even touched the ball yet. But the Netherlands relaxed. They wanted to humiliate Germany at home, passing the ball around without a clear objective. Germany, with that German patience, marked Cruyff closely with a full-back named Bertie Vogts. Man-marking for 90 minutes, they neutralized the Dutch genius. They equalized from a penalty by Breitner. Before halftime, Gerd Müller made it 2-1. Why did Germany win in 1974? Because they marked the best player in the world as a man, with absolute discipline. The Netherlands lost the final they should have won and never managed to lift that trophy again.